And channeling is kind of like just flow on from mediumship. Typically guides rather than grandmother types of energies. Spiritual guides that kind of flow through, sometimes just energetically, sometimes with words. So, but there's many ways of doing it. What I seem to be doing is what I'm calling mild trance channeling. And by the word mild, it means that my head doesn't spin around and I don't kind of go, it's not so bad. You know, and I know what's going on in the room, even although maybe my eyes will be closed as I'm allowing the words through. I can hear you, and I'm still completely conscious of James. So my experience is like James just sits to the side here, and the body gets left behind, and I just let the spiritual guides have a bit more access. Now, I have to say it's all experimental, so always when we blend, it's experimental. I'm pretty sure we'll have some words about the topic of karma. They seem reasonably good that way. If you set up a title, they seem to mostly talk about that title. So the White Eagle comes forward first. White Eagle, Great White Spirit, male aspect of divine. We're delighted that you form a circle to come together softly and gently to understand special things, karma, magic and healing. We're delighted. He introduces Love Eagle, the female aspect. He says, she's my girl, she's my woman and I'm her man. I'm all things to her and she's all things to me. And we're married and blended and merged in the eyes of the divine. One could say it's a match made in heaven. We're here to talk about karma. We're here to talk about karma. It's much time now in Earth years. We think 30 years. We hear the people talking more and more of the word karma and of the concepts that have been created around the world to suit the teachings of the past. We're hearing the word karma said in many, many different ways and many different things said of it. And we're here today to help you to shed the light on the word and of that very part of your own being. The karma part of your being is what we're really here to talk about. We're here to talk about love, and that's karma. If we may say so, you people and your peoples have been making a big fuss about nothing. But there is nothing in the universe such as a judgmental God. There is nothing. There is no God with the word James uses, clipboard. There is no God with clipboard checking in on all of the humans' performances, successes or failures, and making notes for this conversation to be held at another time that may involve judgment and retribution. For there is no clipboard and there is no such God. Ever has there been such a God, ever. For it's the teaching of the religions and many of the other spiritual practices of old, of today, and will continue to be taught in various ways into tomorrow, that there must be a God that you must comply with, or face, as James beautifully says, face the big splat. It's true, I do say that. White Eagle asks us all to consider, do you once and for all believe that you exist within a creation called universe, whereby there is a God, goddess, deity, spirit of any type, invisible energy of any type, that may consider it helpful or useful to splat when you misbehave, when you act of misguidance. And that is all we talk of. We can act of the guidance and we can act of the misguidance. And there is no judge other than yourself. But primarily we're going to go much, much deeper into what I call the control panel. Deep, 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 deep beneath all stories and all conditioning. And just try to uncouple, at least uncouple us from the dogma of the world around karma, spirit, soul, past lives, so that we come into a fuller experience, uniqueness of being. So I'm just really beautifully reminded with a soft voice from White Eagle. So there may be a lot less things to blame, a lot less excuses, but we're feeling and seeing that you're going to love that way of living. Just begin to let the body sink into the floor. Breathing in some white light, releasing any grey energy from the lungs out to nature. Breathing in light, releasing grey or black energies. If you could do this through the whole healing, would be beautiful focus, helping us to bridge deep to the control panel quicker and easier. If you drift off, that's okay. If someone snores next to you, consider to squeeze their hand. If you've enjoyed this kind of work on the topic, I'm hosting a weekend retreat here again at Easton, the first weekend in November. It's called Karma and Alchemy. It's on the website already. We're going to work in this kind of way, going deeper and deeper, clearing karmic stuff, but more importantly, continuing to shift our relationship to our karma, our relationship to spirituality and that dogma, continuing this process of uncoupling to become fully free. And within that, however, also training and learning in a really cute little packaged new healing system that I've channeled. It's called Alchemy Energetics. So the energy work we did today, you would be able to take home a couple of very simple tools. The infinity ball that came through today, that's the basis of it, and some other sacred symbols from really all of the world's religions and spirituality. So you could take that home and work on yourself, and if you chose, on friends and family. Keep working, to kind of help us keep working in this control panel. So it's not so much a healing system, but awakening consciousness system, and awakening the inner alchemy, where we can actually create anything and we can let go of anything.